Hey, this is Winnie. Welcome to my class. Let's talk about the current event, trade war between US and China. What is the fundamental reason for globalization?
After World War II,
We can offer you textiles and silks.
we can offer you rice, tea, and pepper. But now,
I don't need to ask for skills anymore. My husband's factory produced textile. Seriously, it's 2019. You can produce everything you want. We don't need to trade. We can self-sufficient.
Oops, you guys are back. A brief background on globalization. Now, let's talk about US and China. What do you think triggered the trade war?
since 1979,
US and China finally signed the trade agreement after 30 years.
We're cheap, bro. Since the United States and China are now cooperate, we have to take advantage on that.
Yes, of course, and we are going to import goods from China too. They are much cheaper than here.
Our life and economy starts getting better and we export more and more.
There, even job migration come from US and America's factory here. Give a lot of job opportunities to my friends.
since 1993,
Can somebody explain to me why does the trade deficit with China increased that much?
Relax, China is just a developing country. They can do US no harm. And our cooperation with China meant to help our both. We need cheap goods and labor to decrease our opportunity cost and output.
since 1998.
The trade deficit keep increase. China became the biggest trade deficit country to US, surpassed Japan. The manufactured industry had been dried up at US due to the cheap labor on China and job migration.
I lost my job and so do a lot of my friends. A lot of factories are gone to China.
Fortunately, we moved our factory to other countries, but our office still here. The factory that can't compete with Chinese cheap goods is right out of business.
I hate globalization. We should really consider to be self-sufficient.
Since 2001,
China finally joined WTO at 2001, December 12th. After China joined the WTO, the economy on both US and China is growing really fast. The value of trade hit 5,000 billion at 2012. US become the biggest export market for China. But there will always be a trade-off, since the China economy grows really fast, and since China has banned some products from US like Google and Facebook. And of course, some unhappy things happen between China and US. The issue and trade conflict become bigger and bigger. In 2012, the politics and government involved.
since 2006,
I have received many complaints from my citizens. We can't let China take away our advantages. We have to do something. We should launch an investigation on China.
US launched 30 investigation on China's anti-dumping from 2006 to 2012, and they doubled the tariff of goods on 24 out of the 30.
Looking on the big side, we can't stop US from investigating us and tax us, but China sure never against the rules. US limits our investment on their territory, but we're still looking forward to cooperate more. We need to move our investment on Europe more, since US doesn't cooperate.
since 2016,
Since the new President Trump hold the position, he started complaints about China a lot. He launched the investigation on China and imposed billions of tariff.
How can Chinese keep their currency so low? They are the biggest economic country right now. We have to launch an investigation on that. When a country is losing many billions of dollars on trade with virtually every country, it does business with trade are good. And easy to win, don't trade anymore. We win big, it's easy.
The US really wants to do that. We don't want to start a trade war, but we can't let them insult our reputation.
They are afraid of China's future. They accuse us, stone and force US companies to give us their top secret and their skills, which is not true.
Of course, the 5G and AI innovation is due to the hard work we have done. We own their debts, and our imports and exports are really important for them. If they choose to stop trading, stop them.
Remember, this is not just what Trump wants to do, but also the Congress. Without the support of Congress, Trump can do almost nothing.
This is what I promise my citizens what I will do. I am not starting a trade war with China. We already lost 20 years ago due to our foolish behavior. In order to keep US on the top of pyramid, we have to take action and we have to take our manufacturing system back or replace with AI. China have to import more products from the US, open the core data to the US company, open more to the market and pay the tariff.
We don't want to pay the heavy tariff. US have to take the tariff away before we agree on any other arrangement. Our country has different systems than the US. That doesn't mean we are cheating, and we disagree on every child US put on us. China should be on the equal footing as US. US can't treat us as inferior. We have to keep our bottom line.
But eventually, both sides can just stop trading. Both statistic and professional claims that the trade war hurt them both. And neither of them is easy to deal with. They all have things that they want to accomplish as the leading country in the world and as a government. No one knows when will the trade war end and who is going to win. The trade war is the start of a revolution on US and also the start of changing the policy of a globalization and WTO. And the trade war between US and China reminds us it is time to redefine economy. The world is changing and developing due to the globalization, but meanwhile it's also brought extreme competition. Stop globalization can solve the problem that already exists, like manufacturer can't go back to US by stop trading without AI. So now, do you understand?